Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Chump Talk. This is our DiSabs Dimes episode. We're going into week 12. Is that right?
Yep.
Week 12. We're here, all four of the boys again. On a nice little stretch with that, by the way. Everyone's showing commitment. Everyone's in great spirits. There's some back and forth in the chat today, which you just love to see. It was weird. I wasn't even a part of it.
Yeah, unnecessary shit being said. That's for sure.
Segs definitely just
Seg started it.
Seg started it and then just disappeared.
I know.
That's what he normally does.
That's what he does. That's exactly what he does. So he usually does it to me. Today he chose Poolsy as his victim, but Segs will just say something just completely unwarranted. He'll just throw something out there and then, I'm busy. I'm gonna make supper or something. Whatever you do.
And then he watches me and Poolsy go at it.
Yeah.
I just throw a little gasoline in there and then you guys light the fire. Like I don't have to do too much after that.
Yeah. Well, Poolsy, I think said it best at the end of that one. We all three of our quarterbacks, you can say what they want about their on the field play, but it seems like they're at least decent guys.
Yeah, I mean, Mac Jones only has a DUI. Great guy.
Does he actually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually?
Yeah. I've seen actually a picture now that you say that. His mugshot is tough.
It's from Alabama days.
Yeah.
That's a tough look.
Mm-hmm. Poolsy, which
tougher
quarterback
in the league though, Segs?
Which quarterback are we going to ask you about if they're a good guy?
Well, we got 5, so they're all great guys though. Allegedly.
Baker's a loser. He's a
yeah,
fat boy.
I'm done with Baker. Sammy D, I'm excited for Sammy D now. Like I never thought
Are you excited for Sammy D?
Sammy D.
Yeah, we just need Baker is like
flavor of the week
Walker
with
is
you,
a better
Poolsy.
quarterback than Baker.
Let's start with our Panthers recap then. While we're on this topic, Baker started the game. I will say defense awesome.
Battle of the defenses for sure in that game. Carolina's defense has been pretty consistent all year, so it is good to see that on a regular basis. But yeah, we were honestly just like purely back to our old ways with Baker behind the helm there. Like it was just absolutely nothing going on. Bad throws, just bad everything. The rushing game wasn't really working either. So offensively, tough game for the Panthers. But again, the boys are rebuilding. I'm not going to shit on them. Like, I don't know. People talk about that all the time, especially Brady always rips me for cheering for losses. And 2 years ago, this guy's tank for Tua. but when the Panthers lose now, my head's not in. You're a bad fan. So it was a good loss. It was a good defensive battle. And unfortunately, we didn't come out on top. When you're playing in Baltimore, though, and it's a one possession game, you can't complain.
Okay, well, all right. Well, I got some things to say, but I'll save them because
sure.
No, I'll save them because I do want to ask it while we're on that game topic. I want to get to this right away because DSAB had higher stakes in that game than any of us. Well, we all four had high stakes in that game because of the deal that was made last week.
Yeah.
So
do you want to give a recap?
Yeah, like if anybody listened to the pod last week, DSab's in his survivor pool, which he has a partner with, an unnamed partner we don't know about.
Yeah, silent
partner, yeah.
Silent investor, right?
Yeah, there you go.
And then so DSab made a deal though. If he wins, the boys get a night out on the town, and we get a casino allowance if he wins his survivor pool. And you had Baltimore.
It'll be 3 figures.
What's that? Yeah, at
least strong figures.
Yes. So DSAB a little bit of a sweat watching that, or did you just know Baltimore had it all along?
Nope, was not comfortable at all. I actually had the Jets game on TV because it was on CBS, like local. Mm-hmm. And then I had my TSN on Red Zone.
You say the Jets game?
Jets Patriots.
Okay. Just funny.
Sorry, yeah.
Weird how you refer to your team
as the Jets.
I thought Jets would have because it's local. Like New York Jets is local, right?
Okay.
So we get the Jets game, and then on my left screen I had the Ravens game on DAZN, and then on the other screen I had Red Zone. So I was watching. I actually watched that whole game. It was boring as hell, but both games were actually shit that I was watching.
Yeah, I'd say.
Until
not a whole lot of points there.
No,
combined 26
probably not even
points.
30 combined between
26,
the two games.
Right?
20. Oh yeah, we had 10-3 and 13-3.
Oh, okay, so 29.
Well, what was the score on the Ravens? 13.
I thought
I
they
think it
won
was
10-3 as well.
I thought
Oh,
it
No,
was
they won
13.
13-3, I
yeah,
thought.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so 29 points scored between the two games I was watching.
So
Just a sweat.
You must
yeah.
be used to that though. Like that's Patriots-esque. Like
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but when we play against Cleveland, it's not like that. We usually drop 40 on you. But anyways,
right.
What about the Dolphins?
yeah. You know,
Dropped 7 on.
yeah.
on
Don't
us.
worry, we'll get there.
So to talk, let's just get the Survivor out of the way here. Are we locked and loaded for this week, or are we still on the fence about something?
No, so this week is 100% loaded, and we got the Bills tomorrow, right? 'Cause it's a 2-pick week, and then
Yeah.
I've got Miami on Sunday. Listen, with the point spreads, I think Buffalo's 9.5, and I think I saw Miami's 13, which is a little bit nuts. You shouldn't see a loss there, but stranger things have happened.
That's true.
I'm confident in my boys to pull it out for us. Let's just hope.
I'm worried about the Bills.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
worried
hope
about
it
the
gets
Bills.
there. Dan Campbell's got a bit of mojo going. He's crying after every win. They're on a 3-game heater, but Buffalo's a good team. We just don't overthink it.
Well, let me ask you something.
Uh-oh.
Would you guys dare switch it to a team in the New England mini game? Because I do have
No.
those teams available.
No.
Not a
No.
chance.
No.
I think
Do you
that
think
was
that's a
more
coin
of
flip?
up for grabs. Yeah,
Yeah.
more so. I think the
But-
Vikings win that, but
I think the
the
Patriots,
Patriots
win
D, you never know. Like the Patriots could win that game.
that. Primetime Kirk.
That's also a great point too. Primetime Kirk and the Pats D.
Yeah. So
If
it just
anything,
makes
I'd
things
take the
tough for
Pats.
next week, right? Because next week's a tough week, and we'll get there next week. But it's
Yeah,
a tough week next
cross
week.
that
One week
bridge.
at a time. 1 week at a
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
Mhm.
And if
But
you ever need support, we're here for you.
Yeah, we are. We are invested. I would love a night out.
yeah, yeah,
A
that would be
three-figure
fun.
night
eh?
out.
Yeah, a 3-figure. We'll go to the Browns. The Browns played the Bills. Segs came out
Yep.
hot. We're looking like the better team in the first half, honestly.
Yep.
Amari
I was
Cooper
very
is a
excited.
good player.
Yep. Amari Cooper's good. Nick Chubb, didn't see him at all. He
No.
actually, I think, let me pull up the stats real quick. He might have had more receiving yards than rushing yards.
Wow.
He only got me like I think 8 fantasy points this week.
Yeah, he did. So he had 48 receiving yards and he had 19 rushing yards. So
with
that
four-
stat line
With 14 attempts, even 14 attempts for 19 yards. That's hard
Yeah.
to do.
an average of 1.4 yards a carry. So that sucks when our best player is not going. It definitely has an impact. But yeah, it looked like it might be close. We also almost got an onside kick at the end, which would have been wild. Very close to getting.
You got the
that,
backdoor
so
cover.
we got the backdoor cover before that onside kick, but yeah, I was going for the win. With the onside kick.
But
So
they didn't cover though.
yeah, we did. We
Plus
pushed.
they
Oh, but I had Bills at -7.5.
Yeah. Thank you, Bet Stan.
Thank you, Bet Stamp.
Yeah.
Bet
No,
Stamp.
no push over here. That's just a straight W.
Yeah, relax. But yeah,
Oh, big
uh,
dog.
again, we should have lost that game. We did lose it. Makes sense. I'm fine with it. Almost went to the game, decided not to. So,
Made a bit of coinage off it.
we don't need to talk about my.
No, we don't
personal
talk
affairs, but
financials on here, but
No.
I
That
just
sounded like it was a direct financial
no, we don't talk
question.
financials.
No,
No,
that's fine. Just
it wasn't a question. I'm just assuming maybe made a bit of coinage on it. I don't
SX,
know.
why don't you just tell us what your T4 is?
yeah,
every
yeah,
year?
yeah. Let me just send it on when we send
What's
out
your
the,
social security number say?
Yeah, everything. Here's my credit card. All good. Thanks, Curbs.
Don't worry, you got a 3-figure night coming.
Yeah, that's true. But Tom Brady's coming to town this week, and I don't know what to expect. Just one more game with Jacoby, and then we got
And you
another
get your
guy.
great human being back.
Yeah,
We got another guy. We got another quarterback playing. So I know you guys, your teams all know about different quarterbacks. So maybe you can let me know what it's like to have like a different guy each
Thanks.
week.
The Browns have had 12 starting quarterbacks in the last 12 years.
Oh, I'd say 12 in the last 7 years.
Yeah.
I mean, injuries happen. What can you do? We've had a good year.
Yeah, we've played 4 or 5 different quarterbacks this year already. So for sure, 4.
We are at 3. I'll say that. So you 2 DSAB, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
okay, so Browns. So we'll it'll be interesting to
I
see.
don't know. I'm like, I'll be honest. I'm numb to the Browns this year. Like, I just have no expectations. We stink, and I think we're past the point of like competing for the division. I don't think we have a chance at the playoffs. But we're in that like weird middle part where it's like I can't even get excited for a draft pick. So and we don't have a draft pick. So it doesn't actually really matter.
You want to win.
So you got to cheer. Yeah, for sure cheering for wins then, right?
I'm cheering for covers. That's what I'm cheering for. If we cover, I'm happy.
But it would also be tragic to see a top 3 pick go to who has your first pick? Houston.
Houston.
Right.
Oof. They might have one too.
Allegedly.
Yeah, they could have one too.
Houston can have whoever they want though. They suck.
They do suck. That's confirmed. They do suck, but you never know. And then the Patriots in just a great game, just a thrilling all around. Mac Jones again, awesome. Zach Wilson even better.
Marcus.
Hey,
Jones.
no interceptions this week.
Oh, nice. How many yards did he have? I want to see his stat line. Did he have a decent stat line?
Dude, Mac Jones had a good stat line.
Really?
What's his name? Zach Wilson had a shit day and he got benched.
Yeah, and he's not even dressing this coming week.
Is he not dressing? Or is he not starting?
He's not dressing.
Really?
What?
I saw it on Twitter.
You have a valid source to that?
I'm pretty sure it was Shefty.
See, it's hard to get accurate shit on Twitter now. You just don't know what's real and what's not.
I think he's benched, meaning he's not starting.
I'm not going to look it up now, but I'm pretty sure he's not dressing. I'm pretty sure it's Mitch White and Joe Flacco.
Mike White.
Yeah. Mitch White is a Blue Jay.
Pitcher for the Blue Jays.
Yeah. But he's starting for the Jets.
Oh, White.
He might as well be.
Yeah. I like that.
Might as well be.
Did you guys see the kickoff return?
Heard about it.
Yeah.
Might have saw it. I don't know.
The only one of the
return, the one that won us the game there.
Yeah, I saw it.
I was praying that they were going to call. I don't know if you guys saw. There was a bit of a block in the side/back at the end.
Yeah,
and having plus 3.5, I was praying for them to call it so we could kick the field goal and win by 3, but they didn't call it.
We'll get to the cover game, but you had some tragic losses this week. Three of them, which was just fantastic to see. And then you got a lucky point in the Grey Cup.
And just to pile on to the misery DSAB, I just want to point out my stat of the day that I got here.
Oh, nice.
Mac Jones, first career 7 games, 1,800 passing yards, 9 TDs, 6 interceptions, 58.6 QBR rating. Mac Jones through the last 7 games, 1,300 yards, 4 TDs, 7 interceptions, and a 30 QBR rating.
Ooh.
Is Mac Jones done? He's done.
Career over.
No, it's the coaching.
Oh, and we should say too, DSAB currently sipping on a beer. Last week he kind of made fun of us for having a beer because he wasn't going to have any all of November during weekday, but just it is Wednesday when we're recording this again, and that is a beer.
No, you know what happened? I did miss an empty net in hockey last night, so I've been a little bit down on it. Right.
And shame on us for not leading off the show like this. Toronto Argonauts, Grey Cup champions, coming back to 6. A thriller. I think direct quote from DSAB was Toronto has no chance at winning this game. Something along those lines.
No, I wouldn't say so. I would never say something like that.
I think that's exactly what you said.
Their quarterback got hurt though, right?
Argo's quarterback.
Yeah, no. Well, so Kolaris was hurt going into the game, and I think Bethel Thompson got hurt during the game.
Mm-hmm.
So
and then that Swag Kelly, Chad Kelly guy.
Did you see what he said today?
Yeah, on Pardon My Take,
that he could start for like half the NFL.
He said he's better than 50% of NFL quarterbacks.
Wow. It's not even better than the CFL quarterbacks.
yeah. That's a funny statement, but congrats to the Argos, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And
you boys also had a wildly successful season there on the betting there for the CFL.
Oh yeah, that was good. I'm gonna miss betting CFL. I just felt, I don't know, the lines weren't as sharp as they are in the NFL, so I felt like you get some really good value, especially on home teams.
Do you have your record handy?
I think we were 27-14 for, I want to say plus 23 units.
Oof.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So, it's a nice year.
Congrats, boys. That's huge.
Yeah. So, but we got to turn around the NFL. We're a little bit up and down right now. We're a little neutral.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right, let's find it.
Yeah, we're gonna get it though.
Yep. Just don't use your cover game picks.
Yeah, fade the cover
use
game.
Mine.
Segs, I think you had a goose egg last week.
No, I didn't.
A goose egg in the win column.
I had a tie.
Yeah.
2 ties.
Oh, 3-2.
Yeah, but a
I had
tie
two
means a
ties?
push.
Because you
Yeah,
got
but it
two
helps.
ties
It
from
helps the
Cleveland.
winning percentage. Helps the winning percentage.
No, it doesn't. It makes it. It means it didn't happen.
Yes. Well, it's not a loss.
Should we get right into that, fellas? We got
Yeah, let's go.
we got an extra game to pick today because it is American Thanksgiving coming up tonight.
Right.
Today.
Yep.
Happening
yeah.
currently when you're listening to this.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving to all our American listeners.
Yep. Shout out you guys. You got a way better Thanksgiving than we have.
Yeah.
That's just
Apparently this is like, and I just realized this year via Twitter because a bunch of people are tweeting, but this is like a massive bar night, I guess, in the States.
Oh yeah, because no one works tomorrow and Friday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
that sounds like fun on a Wednesday.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
sounds
it
like a
does.
great time.
Takes us back to our university days.
Although
Wednesdays.
DiSabs wouldn't be able to go out, or I guess he could go out, but he wouldn't be drinking. So
Right, because it is a weeknight.
it's a weekday in November.
Yeah.
Oh, relax.
Poolsy, hit us with some records from last week and what's your plan, by the way? Because you gave us all the stats last week. Are we waiting to hear winning percentage for a few more weeks now, or what's
It's kind of up to the boys. I kind of like not knowing the true winning percentage.
I
but
agree.
I think maybe like week 15, maybe we do an update then. Week 15 we'll do an update and then we just won't know for the rest, or maybe we'll just do it every week after then, or I don't know, we'll see. But the next winning percentage update, week 15, if the boys are good.
All right.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
Perfect.
So you just got to go off of where you think you are in the standings. It doesn't really matter,
Yeah.
The main thing is you just head down and select the right picks.
Head down and win games.
Yep. So last week, Gerbs. So we had 4 picks last week because we had CFL there. 3-1. Big time for a guy that was in last place. Maybe still in last. We don't know. I went 2-2. Lost on the over by a half a point on the CFL game. Tough one. That would have been massive or massively bad for DiSabs if that over hit.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't have been here tonight.
Yeah. Sags with 0 wins, 3 losses, and 2 ties. Not an above average week. And then DiSabs with a 1-3 record. So overall, probably around a 500 week total for the boys. So going over to our standings here, the most wins we have. Wow, it's pretty neck and neck here. DiSabs and Sags both have 19 wins. Gerbs has 14 and I have 18. No, Gerbs has 19 as well. Wow, yep. And I have 18. So a lot of tallies to count.
All 3 of us have 19 wins.
How did that happen?
Well, it makes sense because like last week, DiSabs at 18, Sags, you had 19. DiSabs just got 1 win. Gerbs had 16 and he just got 3. And I had 16 and I just added
you guys just have a lot more losses than me. So
that's how you get yourself back in the game, by the way.
It's all about the winning percentage, but we just don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know where we're at, but that's all right. And our anytime touchdown guy, Jefferson. Did Jefferson get? No, he didn't. That was So
he was close, right? They scored 3 points.
Yeah, he was real close.
Yeah, he was close. So that brings us to a 4-7 record on selecting that. So
Watson.
It's hard to find positivity on that note right now, but
Watson.
That's all right. We'll bounce back.
I was all for taking Christian Watson.
No, you weren't.
I was there. I started him in fantasy.
So did I.
It was awesome.
How'd fantasy go this week?
Okay, well, you know what?
wait, here it is. In which league?
Yeah, in which league? Because I went 4-1. But
nice. What was the one? Who'd you play?
I played you, and you dropped 150.
Thank you.
Sakes. Get hot. You've been hot.
Who's Cooper Kupp? I don't even remember who that guy is.
Don't need him.
Don't need him.
Yeah, whatever. Season's over in that league.
Yeah, so we're getting a winner this week then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we defer to the Chump Talk guys.
Yeah, Gerbs.
Right.
I'm fine. Gerbs, Poolsy, you guys take it away.
Okay, sure.
Yep.
Chump Talk can take this one away. We'll do our picks first.
Maybe this is what we need to get on a bit of a streak. Maybe 4 opinions is too many. Maybe we do 2, and the next week if we hit, you guys chime in and get your guy, and then we're laughing.
If we hit, we stay hot.
That too.
Stay with the hot hand.
Yeah, we got to dumb it down. Sure, we got 4 4 smart brains equals 1 dumb one. So we gotta we gotta right.
Yeah. Quick math.
And our order this week.
Sags, DiSabs, myself, and Gerbs on the bye.
Yeah,
Even though the Panthers put up 3 points.
And the Patriots got 10.
Yeah,
And the Dolphins are on a bye.
So overall, not a high scoring week for the fellows, that's for sure.
No, sorry, I couldn't be there to help bring up the team average in points, but gotta have a bye sometime.
Yep. So with that, Sags, you're on the clock.
Let's go. I'm gonna take my Thanksgiving Day pick right off the bat.
Yeah, did we explain that by the way?
Where
I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't remember.
We're just there's a total of
the
6 possible spreads on Thanksgiving, and we're taking 4 out of the 6. So we're doing 4 picks this week. We each got to take one of the 4 or one of the 6.
Oh,
right.
And we're just going to keep going snake draft. We can select those picks at any time.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. My first pick of this week in the Thanksgiving slot, give me the New York Giants against the Dallas Cowboys at plus 10.5.
Wow.
I don't mind that at all, actually. That was probably my favorite one on that slate too.
That's a shit ton of points for a divisional game.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this stat, and it's probably going to screw me, but Cowboys are 1-10 in their last 11 against the spread on the Thanksgiving Day.
Wow.
Oof. So
Giants are starting to look bad though.
Giants are starting to look bad, but that's a lot of points.
That is a lot of points. That is. All right. Giants plus 10.5 off the board against the Dallas Cowboys.
I will be using my Thanksgiving Day pick, and I will be backing the New England Patriots plus 3.
I was taking them. I was doing that.
Yeah. I think
primetime Kirk.
Yeah, primetime Kirk, lots of injuries on Minnesota's side, and I think the Patriots come away with the win.
Don't mind that.
Don't hate it.
I think I'm going to stick with Thanksgiving as well.
Oh,
and I'm going to do what's the best here? The Bills -9 on DraftKings. Let's go. In Detroit, Thanksgiving 12:30 lock.
Okay. Well, I might as well leave my Thanksgiving till the end here then. So I'm gonna go off Thanksgiving.
What if I want to take another spread from Thanksgiving Day?
Ooh.
Can I?
I guess just one has to be safe for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
so
curious.
yeah, sure. You guys can take them all you want, but one has to be safe for me.
Because my Vikings are still on the board. So
you trust me, you can have them. You can have them. You don't have to worry about me there. I'm gonna go with the Baltimore Ravens. And I see them at -3.5 against the Jacksonville Jaguars on Sunday at 1. Like that seems insane to me. Jacksonville has proven time and time again to not be a good team, and I think Baltimore is a good team. So 3.5 points doesn't seem like a lot for me.
Jags are coming off the bye.
That's true.
Yep.
Could be scary.
And then this is just straight out of just being, I can't think of another word, just being horny to watch the Dolphins and seeing a spread like this. I've never once in my Dolphins fandom seen a 13 spread. I see it as high as 13 or 14.5. I see it. Shout out Pro Line, but I'm going to take them at -13 against Houston.
Wow.
So that's a 2-banger. I'm getting my boys. Coming off a bye.
All right, I like it.
A lot of points.
It's a lot of points. I agree.
What was that -13?
When it was at -13. Yep. Against the Texans. When I first thought of that game, like when I try to think of the games, like I try to look at them without the spreads, and I was thinking that was going to be at around 10, and I was like, that was going to be like right away. 13 it is a lot of points. So I'll say that, but they're going to win by 2 touchdowns.
I'd hope so. We need it. I'm going to go to Monday Night Football here. You know, I'm going with the Colts -2.5. They're right in the thick of things, and obviously the Steelers are one of the more dog shit teams in the league. Colts at home -2.5.
I like that pick a lot.
DiSabs.
Did Brady pick 2 teams?
Yep.
Yeah, he had the
Yeah, he did.
back-to-back.
Ravens and Dolphins.
Oh yeah, jeez,
Yeah, yeah.
man, this must be getting to my head. It's been a while.
Yeah,
Wow.
true. Been
Yeah.
off the booze. You've off the sauce.
Yeah, all right. I got 2 picks here, eh? Oh,
Just one.
Yeah,
what's
you're
that?
not.
Yeah,
you
I
get
said I get one pick here. Yeah. I'm gonna take the Tennessee,
He's losing it.
covered Titans.
+3 or what?
Yes, sir. Tennessee +3
Against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yep. At home and their dogs. Come on.
Interesting.
Very.
Okay, 2 picks back
Two
to back.
picks. Yep.
My first one, these guys, I think they're coming off a bye. I don't think they played. Yep, coming off a bye. They're taking on a team that their momentum is high right now, but I think it's going to get crushed again. So give me Seattle against the Raiders minus 3.5.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, looking for the -3 there.
Yep.
Who wants to get rid
Searching.
of that clip?
Couldn't find it. And then shoot. I don't.
There's some lines out here today.
There's some
Some weird
wild
games.
lines. Like it's
There are
honestly
some-
hard.
It is.
Like, what
I
are
got a
the
couple.
Rams doing +15? Like I know Stafford's not playing, but wow, who would have thought the Rams would be at that point in the year where they'd be a +15?
Plus
Well,
15.5.
No quarterback and no Cooper Cup.
Yeah, I mean that's a tough combo.
All right, you talked me into it. Give me is that Pro Line? No. Give me Bet Victor via Bet
Bet
Stamp.
Victor.
Thank you. Give me
Yes.
the Kansas City Chiefs minus 14.5 against the LA. We don't have any offense Rams.
Yep. Yeah. Shout out to BetStamp, as Seg said. Use referral code Chump when you download the app. They're the reason we have all these lines, these crazy lines. So BetStamp, download that app.
Yeah, and I just added our newest sports book to BetStamp, Segs? Did you add Party
Victor.
City? What's it called?
Party Poker.
Party Poker, baby. New
Party
book.
Poker. Yep. They got a nice bonus. I jumped in. Yeah, it's the next one.
Hey, hold off on adding any more books for a couple weeks here, boys.
We need bonuses.
Yeah,
They're
can't be
coming.
coming.
They're coming. They're coming. They're
Trying to
coming.
make money here.
They're coming.
There's some other bonuses coming.
Yes.
So is that 2 for you?
Yeah, I have one more pick, right?
Yeah, but you'll be last.
Yeah.
DiSabs.
Okay. I'm riding Gerbs's boyfriend, Aaron Rodgers. Give me the Packers
Oh.
+7.
Damn.
take
I thought
that.
I was just gonna get that right at the end.
I don't like Philly.
I was
don't
taking
like
that
Philly.
if it made it to me.
Oh, okay. So
Oh, everybody wanted it.
Yeah. This is the time, just so you know, the time I don't get it is when they win. So congrats on the dub on that one, D7.
What do you mean?
The Packers, they cover the spread every time I don't pick them. So
Hope so.
which has only been about 3 weeks this year. So
True.
that leaves or Poolsy's up.
Yeah. You know what? They did me well last week. New quarterback for New York this week. So take me back to the Bears +6.5 in New York this weekend with Mike White starting.
Yeah.
White.
I did see a possible Justin Fields injury. I don't know
Oh.
anything about that, but I did.
Oh, whoa.
So he's potentially not playing.
There was talks on Twitter again. I'm not going to confirm or anything, but I did see the possibility of that. He got a little banged up at the end of last game.
Well,
think
I'm
he
going
had
to
like
go
a
with it anyway
dislocated
because the
shoulder.
Jets are frauds.
Yes, Jets are
Ooh.
frauds. Jets are frauds.
Bears
Jets have
+6.5.
Jets have a good defense. I'd relax on calling them frauds.
Frauds.
Well, their
You need a
record is a
quarterback.
fraud. They're not as good as what their record is.
True.
I mean, whose record is what they are this year,
Amen.
except for the Vikings?
Okay, my 2 picks to finish it off. I'm gonna go directly at Sags here.
Of course you are.
And
Tom Brady's
on,
amazing. Now I love
and
Tom Brady.
bet 99. Tom Brady. No. I'm going Las Vegas Raiders +4.
Oh,
Oh wow.
I actually had that circled.
I just kind of like, I still don't think they're a good team, and that Seattle might be an okay team, but this just seems like the type of game that the Raiders might just surprise the Seahawks. And I could see the Seahawks, like, we do have to remember Geno Smith is the quarterback, so I could see the Seahawks taking a bit of a spiral down at some point here.
Yeah,
Don't know for
that's
sure.
what I thought like 6 weeks ago.
Mhm.
We're like
Yeah,
week 12
true.
now.
Yeah, true. Eventually, if we keep saying it though, like they're not going to win the Super Bowl, are they?
Yeah, no, 4 or 5 years from now, when he's done his career, he'll probably step down a bit.
Good one. Okay, and then I got to take my Thanksgiving pick. So Buffalo's off the board, Giants are off the board, and Patriots are off the board.
Yep.
And
So who are
Patriots,
you going against?
I want. I don't actually remember who took what other than DiSab taking the Patriots, and I'm not taking the Vikings. That's confirmed. And I'm going Dallas. I'm going Dallas, and I can get them at 10 even. Minus 10 against the New York Giants.
All right.
That pick was strictly off seeing a meme on Twitter of some Daniel Jones, I think in college. He was shaking a little bit, and like before he was about to get the ball snapped to him, his hands were shaking, and the meme was Daniel Jones after getting sacked 8 times by Micah Parsons in the first half. So I thought it was funny, and now I think he's going to get sacked a bunch, and
That's fair.
so that means the Cowboys must win by at least 10.
Yeah, I like
Will they
that
even
now.
win?
Yeah, they're going to win.
You sure?
You want to talk about frauds? Giants frauds.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What's eggs?
What's eggs?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
what's
Just the word.
eggs?
Apparently, the entire league's frauds. Like,
No, I can
pick its team. That
Should-
isn't a fraud.
Should we power
Kansas
rank our top?
City.
Should we power rank our top 5 frauds
Oh.
after we're done the?
Cool.
Oh, the top
Halsey's
5
head's gonna
fraud.
explode.
Oh yeah. Wait.
Okay, just yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that, but whatever.
Okay, I'm done. I got my 4 picks.
Okay, back to me here. Give me the Chargers -3 in Arizona this weekend. 4:00 game. Let's go. Chargers -3. Not even sure. Does anyone know Kyler Murray's latest state? Is he still playing COD or whatever the hell he plays?
Yeah, he's out with Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
No, I actually don't know.
Yep, Chargers -3.
Okay. All right. This is. Wait, did someone take the Jets or the Bears?
I took the Bears.
took the
I don't think
Bears.
anyone's took the Jets.
Okay, well, I didn't want the Jets.
Nice.
Hey, do I take Broncos again?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Fuck. You know what? I'm going to take. This is a hedge against my happiness. Give me the Houston Texans +13.5.
Wow.
It's a big spread.
I don't think there's 14 available, is there?
DiSabs, you're a big underdog guy this weekend.
Well, he's strictly doing that so he's not Mr. Public by the end of the year.
No. The dogs will be barking.
That Houston
first
dog
place
better
now.
not be barking too much.
No, not the Houston. No, Houston will cover. They'll lose by 12.
Okay.
But
I'd be.
but the other underdogs, like all the 4-point underdogs, I think might win this week.
Mhm.
So we'll see.
And Sags, then are all off.
All right. I think I am all Mr. Public this week. Actually, no. Giants, baby. But I'm gonna take after that Monday night performance. This team looks good in my opinion, although the Cardinals are shit, but this team looks really good. Give me San Francisco against the Saints at home -8.5.
Niner gang.
Yeah, I don't know. That was
Yeah.
a dominating performance. I think people should be a little bit worried about the 49ers.
I know, and they're using their players efficiently well. Like McCaffrey is like still putting up 20 fantasy points, but he had like 8 touches. I think he had more receptions than he had touches last game.
Yeah, they're passing the ball around a lot. Like Eli Mitchell
Yeah.
was leading the team in rushing for I think like both the weeks he's been back, hasn't he?
Which is like perfect, because what better way to keep McCaffrey healthy, like, and still use him. Like, yeah, the 49ers are extremely dangerous.
Imagine if they still had Jeff Wilson Jr.
Yeah.
They what's it called? San Fran is actually my team to beat in the NFC.
San Fran's looking good. There.
Yeah.
Okay, we need a
How
touchdown
close-
score now.
Touchdown score. Oh yeah, Poolsy. Let's workshop this year.
Yep.
I would love to go Dolphins on this one. I think they're gonna put up points.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, 6. You know what?
This is just like back to you in fantasy last year. I give you my team, and
Hey,
you,
2 brains are working on
And
this.
You're starting
Hey,
5
you're-
Dolphins.
you're-
yeah,
You're on Segs. You're
you're
on
blinders.
Hey,
You're
on
blinders
timeout.
for
You're
the
on 1 week
Dolphins
timeout. You talked
is
me out of
insane.
Watson, and then you turned around and talked Poolsy out of Henry. Both of those hit. So you're on 1 week timeout. You don't get to talk
put this
during the
on
segment.
me. Don't put this on me.
You and DSAB, but
This
DSAB's
is
not the one
this is a
talking right now.
4-person discussion. Okay,
Exactly. And now it's a 2-person.
I know. I'm shocked. You would.
Poolsy.
Oh, I think.
Poolsy.
Hey, you know what?
Would you
Dolphins,
would
Dolphins are a really good
you be
team.
open to looking at a Dolphin player? Or do you want to look elsewhere? I'm okay with either. You want to look elsewhere? Okay, well let's look elsewhere. We won't
I
go
don't
Dolphins.
know.
Just take your pick there. Waddle, Hill, Tua will probably sneak one in. Jeff Wilson Jr.
Well, have we took Tyreek this year? Yeah, I feel like we might have already.
Doesn't he have 1 touchdown this year?
Oh, he's got like 4. Please.
I think he might have like 2.
He's got
No, I
more
don't
than
think.
2.
Well, we have taken Kelsey.
He might have 3 though, but he does have more than 2.
Are
Yeah,
you sure?
we've taken Kelsey, Poolsy.
Yeah.
Sorry, these two that are not a part of this segment are distracting me.
Well,
No.
this is bad podcasting on your part. So
No, it's not.
Well,
We're
there's
trying
a-
to talk things out.
you're not really talking though.
Hey, Poolsy, have we picked Mark Andrews?
Oh,
No. Yep.
What do you think about that?
Yep.
He's back healthy. They're playing the Jags.
Yep. I'm already. writing it
Lamar
down.
has no all his I think Deshaun Jackson is his leading wide receiver.
Really. Oof. Yeah.
Sh-
Andrews. Yep. Walk of the
Mark
year.
Andrews. Book it.
Yep.
Okay. Mark Andrews.
Mark
right.
Andrews. Book it.
All right, Seg, let's get ready for next week's pick because we're going to be picking.
yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, that's what you said last week when I wanted to pick Watson. 2 tutties.
I love it. I
2
wanted to do
tutties on
that
the
so-
Thursday night. Yeah,
Oh
let's
my
go Mark
God.
Andrews.
Not worried. Not
Gerbs
worried.
and, yeah.
Not worried at all. Oh, Gerbs, you're gonna put this on me?
No,
It was between me and Poolsy, but you don't want to say anything to Poolsy.
I feel like
Unbelievable.
anyway.
Should we
We'll
talk
see.
about Deshaun Watson?
What?
Let's look ahead to some of the other games this week, though. Before we shut this baby down, are you guys excited about the 3 matchups on Thanksgiving? I think Bills and Lions at least should have a lot of points.
Yeah, but like probably not for the Lions though.
You don't think?
I
Hey,
hope
The
not.
Bills D is one of the better Ds in the league. It's not like a Miami defense here.
Lions offense is pretty good.
Yeah, but the Bills D and I don't know
Do you know who has the most touchdowns in the league?
who.
Jamal
Jamal
Williams.
Williams.
Don't care.
Lions.
Don't
Okay,
care.
I'm just saying there should be a lot of points.
Yeah. No,
Bills
I'm
D
not
isn't
saying the
like
Lions are
good.
getting shut out.
What- since when
I'm
is the
not-
Bills
The Lions
D
aren't
top-
putting up 30 points.
Since when is the Bills D a top like 3D in the league? How you're
Bills
talking about them?
Bills have a good D.
A good?
Can you guys just say defense instead of D, please?
No, I'll probably keep
No.
saying D.
Okay.
No, honestly, I think
what-
they're all like. I think
It's like you guys think you're talking about this guy Bill, who's got a great D.
Poolsy
Well, he might.
is just like it's just defense. This game of Gerbs is just like it's all points.
No, the Bills do have a good defense, but but Detroit does have a very good
Got
offense.
Miami on
Yeah.
the brain.
But it's also
Coolsy,
Jared
you
Goff
wanna-
here. Like, let's just pump the brakes here a little bit.
Jared Goff isn't a bad quarterback.
I never said he's bad, but he's not a top 15.
Coolsy, would you take
Not too,
Jared Goff over any of your quarterbacks right now?
Over Baker for sure. Yeah. Not
that
over,
it?
Like overall, like
not
Jared
over
Goff
PJ
can
or
get picked
Sammy
up right
D.
now. Wow.
That's just a
boy.
bad statement.
That's a homer. That is
That's
such
just
a homer.
It's just a bad statement. You can't say anything about me being
Hey,
a
Sammy D
homer
has
about the
untapped
Dolphins.
potential this year. We haven't seen him go yet.
Oh my god.
There's a reason for that. There's a reason he was a health
Because he
bomb
was
for the
hurt,
first
man.
7 weeks.
He was hurt.
And then once he got healthy, he wasn't dressing.
Man, 2 was the biggest band-aid in the league. Give Sammy D a break.
Here
Guy
we
played
go.
like 8 games in his first 2 years.
Shame on the NFL for putting the Patriots and the Vikings as the 8:00 game on thing. Well, DiSab, you can't say these games have necessarily been the most exciting games in the world.
Buddy, let me tell you something. The 3 games tomorrow are probably some of the 3 best Thanksgiving games that we're ever going to see.
I agree. I think
it's
it's
true.
actually
Usually it's the Bears.
Matchup wise.
Yeah, it's usually the Bears are in there, and it's like I think last year I was trying to think about this today. Last year, the Thanksgiving game, it was Bears versus
Detroit,
and Detroit had that guy playing quarterback, who like was like a high school teacher or something. Do you
Yeah.
you guys
I
remember
that?
He was like he started like 2 games and was just awful. Like in his college stats, he had way like more interceptions than he had touchdowns.
Oh yeah, I actually remember that.
What the hell is that guy's name? It's like I said teacher because his name sounds like he should be just like a high school gym teacher, but I can't. Are you looking it up, Segs?
No, I'm not. Sorry.
Okay, sorry. I thought that's what you're doing, looking down. Appreciate it.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm actually excited for tomorrow's games.
Yeah, it's a good slate.
I
Better
actually
than
took off
Tuesday.
work tomorrow and Friday to
And
watch.
you know what? I think we're gonna find out. I will tell you this: if the Vikings lose or get dummied, I will take back everything I've ever said about the Vikings this year, and I will admit that they are frauds next week if they lose by a lot.
I think they're
if
gonna
they lose by a lot, yeah. Because the Patriots don't really have offense.
If they lose by 10 or more, I will make an official statement next week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Hey, isn't it great that we got to watch the Patriots 2 Thursdays in a row?
No.
Don't they have like every
Horrible.
primetime game till the end of the season, basically?
No, they got 4 in a row, I think.
Yeah.
Like 4 in a row starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh.
basically the end of the season.
Let's go, boys. Get ready to watch ground and pound football.
Yeah.
I might be taking a
Unders,
step back from
unders,
football.
unders.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys want to do your after week 11 top 5 power rankings?
Yep. Oh
'Cause
no,
I've been thinking about this for the last. Honestly, it's starting to get a little bit tough now because you throw in the way the Eagles looked, the way that Minnesota's looked. It's who do you have as your 1 now and 2 and your 3? Like, what do you guys think?
I think KC's still number 1 for me. KC,
I'd
I
agree.
think the only NFC team I would have in my top 5 is the 49ers.
Tim
Even
Boyle.
over the Eagles.
Yeah.
Tim Boyle. Tim Boyle.
Yes, I remember.
Oh.
Tim
Yep,
Boyle.
Tim Boyle.
Okay, sorry. I had to
Yeah.
find that.
We could tell.
Sorry, continue.
Like I'm going for me personally, Kansas City, Buffalo, and I think this is gonna sound nuts. I might put Dallas at 3
Really?
or San Fran, and then I'd put Miami at 5 now. I
So even, like-
officially would move Minnesota out of the top 5.
Seg's computer died, by the way.
Shocker.
I appreciate that, DSAB. I appreciate you being the bigger man and admitting what is true. KC for me is like a lock number 1 now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
As of right now. And I'll reluctantly put Buffalo 2, but I will put them 2 because I still think they are the second best team. But like the last 2 weeks, like even against the Browns that first half, did you either of you get a chance to watch them too much?
Yeah.
They're lucky that that guy, the tight end, didn't get his feet in bounds, or otherwise they would have been down, I think, 10-0 early.
Yeah.
But don't
Yeah.
act like the Dolphins have been in control of every game they've won this year, though.
Oh, I'm absolutely not. They're still 5th on my power rankings. I'd put what what did that even have to do with anything?
I was just no, because you were ripping the Bills for a slow start against the Browns.
And I'm still
there.
putting them second in the whole
I know.
league.
I was just pointing out a fact. I'm not disagreeing that you got Buffalo.
I literally pointed out those two things
I'm
because
just
they
pointing
moved
out a
from
fact.
first to second.
I'm
first
just pointing out a
second.
fact. I'm just pointing out a fact.
Oh,
God,
San Francisco might be number 3 on my rankings right now.
they're
Yeah.
3 on mine.
I'm not necessarily ready to trust Dallas as much as you. You know what? I'm going Dolphins 4, and I want. And the only thing, like, if there was a wide receiver, if Baltimore had a good wide receiver, they'd be a lock in the top 5. I think they still have a good shot even without a really good wide receiver.
See, that's like I think that like the Ravens are top 5 for me, but I just don't see how they're going to make any damage in the AFC playoffs without having anyone other than Andrews.
right.
Really, really good defense and like
Really
literally,
good, yeah.
and like Lamar and Andrews, I would just like count on them.
But yeah, but they're just you're going to need more than that to take down a
Yeah.
KC or a Buffalo.
Well, you even got
Or
Tennessee,
Miami.
who's 7-3. They're also
Miami.
kind of a dark horse.
Yeah, they are, but Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, enough said there.
Just quickly, we'll wrap up on this. I'm not sure if Sykes is trying to get back in or not, but remember what I put in the group? It was like early last week. It was ranking the 4 quarterbacks to start a franchise with from the 20.
Yes.
What year was it? Was it 2019 draft? It was I just lost it. I think it was the 2019. Yeah. Okay. So I forget exactly what draft, but the 4 quarterbacks that went in the first round were Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, and Tua.
Yeah.
So to start a franchise right now, this second, I'm not saying you don't even have to say how they're playing right now. I just mean if you could start a franchise and take these guys into a new year. I'm not saying like how they're playing currently. So whatever, like just based on who these guys are, what's your order on those 4?
For me, number 1 is Herbert, and it's a huge gap. Personally, I think he's miles ahead of any of the other 3. I know this year he's kind of had a down year, but I just feel like ever since he came to the league, he's been kind of that guy. He's got the arm strength. You know, he's tall. He's got good vision, and I think honestly, coaching's holding him back. I hate Brandon Staley.
He's a horrible coach for sure.
Yeah. Do you want me to go 1
Yeah,
to 4?
yeah. I'll give my feedback after.
Okay, so number 2 is where I kind of 2 and 3. I'd be okay. Either or right now. I'd go with Burrow at 2 just because of his Super Bowl. Then 3, I go Tua, and I think there's a big gap after that. I'm not a fan of Hurts.
Okay.
So
I think I would have Burrow as my number 1.
And then what?
What's that?
Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, Burrow's my number 1. And 2 and 3, honestly, I don't really think you can pick a 2 and 3 for me between Herbert and Tua. For me, I think if you put Herbert with Miami this year, to think about a Herbert in a Hill and Waddle combination, I think is potentially is more dangerous than Tua. Obviously, Tua does have a track record of getting wins, but I do think if we're taking our guy to make our new franchise, I'm probably taking her because he, like, obviously, yes, as DiSabs said, the numbers haven't necessarily been amazing this year, but Herbert can sling the ball just as good as anybody in the league.
All right.
And then Tua and Hurts for you.
Yeah. I think, like, obviously the Eagles are looking good this year, but I think there needs to be more proven there before Hurts moves into a top 3 there.
I'll say about, and I have Burrow as my number 1. Burrow is my number 1. The next 3 extremely tough for me.
I totally agree. You can't
really
pick.
Burrow, I think, is number 1. Herbert, I obviously and this is taking bias away. I really tried to think about this. So Herbert and Tua are just not the same. They're completely different quarterbacks. Herbert obviously far superior in the deep ball. like accuracy, deep ball, arm strength, all that, and like how fast the ball gets to receiver, for sure better. But like those like balls over the middle, those slants that Tua's running, and I honestly think Mike McDaniel should get a lot of credit for how good Tua has looked this year, because the plays he's designed, they do that like play action, like Tua's handing off, and I think it honestly works so good because he's a lefty too, but he's handing it off and then he's looking the whole time. Once one guy cuts the middle, he's so good at pulling it back away quick and just hitting that guy in the middle. And I don't think Herbert can do those things. And then just about Herbert too, he's just like I do think the coach is holding back too. Like when you watch them in primetime too, they're just the amount of boneheaded decisions that the Chargers just always make.
Yeah,
so stupid.
Every week.
It's
crazy, but I just don't want the bias of Twitter, because do you guys, I don't know what your guys' timelines look like during a Chargers game.
I would say Twitter bias is almost more in the hand of Tua now than Herbert.
Really?
Now,
No,
yes.
everyone likes
yes.
Herbert.
Everyone loves Herbert.
Hey, the start of this year is for sure Herbert. But now there's actually like debates on Twitter that I've personally seen debating that Tua is more valuable. And this isn't just from you. This is just from like random NFL pages that I follow.
Well,
like I think it's more because it's a conversation now. It wasn't a conversation before the start of this year.
You're right. Tua, the only reason Tua's getting his flowers this year is because he's literally like first in like over half the QB cat, like almost everything. He's ranked first in all those things.
Right. So and he's stayed healthy and he's played every game. Like that's we're like seeing what Tua is now, I feel like.
Right.
It was so hard to judge him the last 2 years. How do you really get comfortable with the team when you're a young quarterback and you're hardly out on the field?
Yeah. But I don't know. I'd probably still Herbert to answer the whole question. It'd probably be Burrow, Herbert to Jalen for me.
But I think, Jalen has potential to be number one for sure.
And so does Tua.
Yeah. Honestly, all four of them do. Like,
yeah,
they might go the whole careers. I mean, we might still have this debate and there will never be a consensus number one potentially.
Yeah, it's just, and Dolphins, if I could speak for Dolphins fans, the reason that debate is so tough is because we got shit on for the first 2 years of Tua, like hard on Twitter. And I get in the trenches with Dolphins fans the odd time, but because Tua was drafted one slot above Herbert, which obviously for the first 2 years looked bad. But I just think the Chargers as a team, I just think get way, way, way too much credit. And it just like, I see it in like our friends, like the people we follow on Twitter and just the national media, like, holy, like if Herbert only had this, like before his receivers were hurt, it was only, if only he had his receivers back, then they got Keenan Allen and Mike Williams back. Then it was like, oh, if only he had a coach. Like eventually some of the blame has to go on the QB. But in saying that, I do agree that Herbert is a phenomenal quarterback. And at this point, probably a little better than Tua.
And Herbert did enough to win that game against Kansas last Sunday night too. Like, that was just horrible defense by the Chargers to allow a touchdown in under a minute with a minute and a half in the game.
You can't even blame the Chargers D for that. Mahomes in a 2-minute drive.
No, you can't. But you can't blame Herbert for that loss. Like the Chargers played good enough until that last 2 minutes to beat the Chiefs.
To be devil's advocate, they scored 7 points in the second half.
Okay, but that happens to every team all the time. Like, there's dip downs. Like, oh, what's the difference? It's the entire game. Points change throughout each quarter. Like, who cares whether it's the first half or the second half?
Well, it's a thing.
That's a thing that I personally if you guys care about that stat, you guys can talk about that stat. But I think that stat is useless.
Okay.
I don't care what team does in the first half or second half. Did you win the game? Like that's
well, the second half's clearly more important when you got to clutch up.
Right. Yeah. But if you're down 21-0 after the first half, then what? Then it doesn't really matter what you do in the second half.
If you're up 21-0, if you're up 21-0 and you lose 24,
if you're down 21-0 and you're going to the second half, it doesn't really matter what you do in the second half. It's a full game.
Well, why don't you win the second half 21-0 then?
That's not the way. You could win 20-0 and still have an amazing second half and not win the game.
Correct.
Right, but you still scored 0 points the first half.
Right, but they didn't score 0 fucking points, so
they got 7.
Yeah. Ooh, they got a touchdown. That's horrible. Shame on them. They got a touchdown. The Chargers are horrible.
In a half, Well, if you have the best quarterback in the world, like Twitter says he is, then 7 is horrible.
Okay, no
perhaps.
one even ranked him first or second here, or I guess second, but like that's only 4 quarterbacks we're talking about. Like no one is pumping up Herbert as the best quarterback in the league. I don't know what you're following, but that's a load of shit.
Well,
it's not true.
Please.
Not true.
Please.
Not true.
Great episode, boys. Great episode.
Yeah. Hey, can I ask one more question?
Yes.
Yeah.
1 month ago, I asked this question to a bunch of football fans, and everyone 100% said this one player. Now it's been a month. I asked the question again, and now everyone's jumped back on the bandwagon. To start your franchise, who are you taking as your quarterback, Mahomes or Allen?
Mahomes. Yeah.
But 1 month ago, it was the opposite. Everyone's saying, "Oh, Josh Allen, this, that. He runs people over.
That's
He's
a good
big."
point. That's a good point.
That is a good point. Did you ask that on here, and did I say Allen?
I can't remember. I honestly don't remember.
Okay, because that's a great point. I saw you put that on Twitter too, and the polls were heavily on the Mahomes, right?
Right.
Which recency bias is a very, very, big thing in the NFL, and Mahomes won a game-winning touchdown drive on primetime, and Josh Allen hasn't looked great the last 3 weeks.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think even without that recency bias, Mahomes is just like, I mean, he's just proven it already, right? Allen hasn't proven it yet.
That's
if
true.
You need 20 fantasy points, who do you want, Mahomes or Allen?
Whoa,
Mahomes.
well, fantasy.
Mahomes.
For sure.
Oh.
For fantasy, 1,000% Mahomes.
I feel like Allen has the better chance of having a big week for you though than Mahomes in fantasy.
Man, I like look at Mahomes this year. Like I don't even know if the guy's put under 20 fantasy points.
He's the one. He's the QB1 in fantasy.
Yeah, like he's maybe had under 20 points once this year. Maybe.
Allen was QB1 for the first like 9-10 weeks though.
Oh, we're in week 11 now. So I think you mean week 7 up to week 7.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, no, because I went into my fantasy matchup down. I think I was down by 37. I had Mahomes and Kelsey, and I just blew them out of the water because Kelsey got 3 touchdowns and Mahomes.
Those two are a cheat code in fantasy.
Yeah,
Kelsey just continues again and again. Pools and I know that best, I'd say, from our keeper league. DSAB, here's a quick question. We'll end on this fantasy question in a keeper league.
Yeah.
We have Cooper Kupp. And I really hope that we trade him in the next like few days for an impact player this year.
Your trade deadline, because ours is tomorrow, like tonight at midnight.
Ours is
the 25th.
25th. So 2 days or
so tomorrow.
Friday.
Yeah. And I would love to trade Cooper Kupp now. We're gonna talk about that tonight, Pools. Now we got to sit down for a general manager meeting.
His value will never be as high as what it was.
But I'm asking DSAB, would you still be open to keeping him next year? We have 3 keepers. Kelsey's a for sure.
Yeah.
We have Derrick Henry's an option.
Yeah.
Mixon's an option. Waddle's an option. And then Cooper Kupp.
I don't mind trading Cooper Kupp if you get good value because he's A, the Rams are going to shit, and B, you don't know how he's going to be after an injury.
Say we don't get him traded though for the right value, and he's on our team for the rest of the year hurt. Would he be in the top 3 of those names I told you to keep? Because that's tough. Like Kelsey.
We honestly might not trade him. Like
Kelsey and Henry should keep.
Happen.
Yeah, Kelsey and Henry probably should be capped. I was against
you
Henry.
You have to do some backtracking on Henry for sure.
Yeah, no, I was doubted Henry at the start of the year. He's back.
Yeah,
and he didn't look good for the first few weeks, but he's all the way back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Kelsey and Henry.
Yeah, that is a tough conversation. I think you got to look at the value.
Too. Oh yeah, we got Dameon Pierce, Mixon, Waddle, Cooper Kupp.
I would keep Pierce, Kelsey, and probably Henry.
Oof. I am very high on Pierce. This year is going to be tough for him to keep putting up points because he's just in a horrible offense.
Yeah, and they just benched Davis Mills.
Yeah, I saw that for Kyle Allen. What's the point of that?
They're tanking.
Kyle Allen, I'm happy for him getting another shot though.
Oh yeah, that's.
Oh yeah, he was wasn't he?
Yeah, and then Ron Rivera brought him into Washington, and
wow. Yeah. And now he's a Texan. Where all quarterbacks go to die.
He deserves it.
Yeah. Yeah. So Great episode. Fantastic episode.
Good episode.
Shout out Mark Andrews for getting us the touchdown this week. That was sick.
That was clutch.
Shout out Sags for being an idiot for not plugging in his laptop.
Yeah, he's laying in his bed just being a lazy fuck.
For sure. For sure he is right now.
Like, you know.
Yeah. Great episode though, boys. We're back.
Yeah.
We're back. We're buzzing.
We're buzzing.
Let's go pray for the survivor.
Yes.
Week 12. Happy
Don't-
Thanksgiving, Survivor.
Bills,
Yeah.
Dolphins, Bills, Dolphins, Bills, Dolphins. Two
Bills,
Ws.
Dolphins, Patriots. Bills, Dolphins.
No. Don't give a shit about them.
See ya. Peace.
Peace.